Hey, welcome everybody. It is another great episode of the Big Insider Secrets. And yes, today we are going to be talking about real estate. That's right, real estate, because it is a good thing. I've got some updates on you on the Big Insider Secrets to increase realtor income, leverage knowledge and expertise, and fast and easier quiet client acquisitions, along with better relationships. We have some updates today. Going to give you that, include that. Also going to be talking about a new meetup group that we have in the Phoenix metro area. We'd love to invite you to if you really want to learn about things real estate, wholesaling, tools, finding, fixing, flipping, funding, the whole 9 yards. We're going to be talking a little bit about that as well. So I welcome you all today to enjoy this amazing conference here, this webinar, this live broadcast. Is going to give you 3 big insider secrets on how to increase income as a realtor. So let's go ahead and just get started in this right away. I know people are going to jump on. People are going to see this later. Feel free to make comments. I'm actually testing a new software today. So if you're making comments, I hope to be able to reply to you real time. We'll see if that works or not. I'm not sure. We're going to be testing that out as well. So thank you again for joining me here on the Big Insider Secrets. Let's get started. So I want to talk to you today about the 3 big insider secrets to increase realtor income. This bottom line is how to leverage your knowledge and your expertise for fast and easy client acquisitions, better relationships, and overall higher earnings. That is the key, I believe, to all of our success. Is it not? Oh, sorry about that. So let's get started with this. First of all, I want to talk about some of the agenda items that we're going to cover today. We're going to cover the examples of top players in your industry as realtors or as real estate investors. We're going to talk about some of the examples of them and why, in my opinion, they have figured out the right tools and the right leverage, and why hard work doesn't always pay off. And we're going to also talk about what to leverage. Like, what is it that you have you can actually leverage to improve your client acquisitions, your relationships, and of course, your earnings, because that is why we all became realtors or real estate investors to begin with. I'm going to give you a little about my background as well. And we're going to get into the secret sauce, like the things that it provides everything you need for those things we talked about in item number 3. And then we're going to go into the big insider secrets 1, 2, and 3. We're going to talk about how to take advantage of my expertise and my experiences to help leverage your expertise and, again, command more money at the end of the day. That's the ultimate hope and goal. So who are some of the top players in your industry? Well, let's look at these guys. Gary Keller, Keller Williams Realty. Probably everybody knows that. Tony Robbins, great motivational speaker, but more than a motivational speaker, he's a transformational speaker. If you've ever been to a Tony Robbins event, you know what I'm talking about here. This guy is off the hook incredible. He's a great speaker, and he doesn't just motivate people, he literally transforms their lives while they are there. And Grant Cardone, kind of what I would call a newcomer to the industry. He really has been around since he's been around for a long time, but he's been around in the industry since about 2008. Grant Cardone is an amazing guy. And again, if you're not familiar with him, I highly recommend you do get familiar with him. But the one thing that these people have in common is that they all make more money today because of one thing they did early in their career. And that one thing, just that one thing alone, generates them hundreds of thousands, if not hundreds of millions of dollars annually. And the more important part is with very little effort. You see, what we're going to talk about today is how you can actually learn to leverage the same exact tools that these major players are using and how they use them to generate massive success. You're going to be able to use that same tool for massive success in your current business. And that doesn't really matter what level you're at. You could literally be a brand new realtor just getting started and outperform a seasoned realtor. And if you are a seasoned realtor, you are going to rocket to the top of your market. And that's what we're talking about today, is how to actually leverage these same tools and make hundreds, thousands, or potentially millions of dollars more annually with a whole lot less effort. So let's talk about hard work. Does hard work actually work? I mean, that is a great question overall. And, there's all kinds of great quotes out there. Like Colin Powell says, there's no secret to success. The result is preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. And while I do tend to agree with that, and these other ones, hard work and effort, you can achieve everything. My dad used to always say, hard work, nose to the grindstone. I don't know if you ever heard that phrase before, but that was my dad, like all the time. That's what he said. And it always shocked and amazed me. Hold on a second. I just realized I have a banner kind of covering up part of this for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. Much better. You see the whole screen now. I like that. So my dad used to say, hard work, nose to the grindstone, keep busy, keep focused, and all those fun things, which is absolutely good advice. But at the same time, isn't it smarter to work? Is it better to work smarter than harder? Well, that's kind of my thought on the matter. So the question is, does hard work really work? And we talk about those people we talked about earlier, Grant Cardone and Tony Robbins and Gary Keller. Do they work hard? Yes, they do work hard. But they don't work hard on sales. They don't work hard on client acquisition. They don't work hard on relationships because that work has already been done. And it's been done easily and effortlessly for them because of that one thing we're going to talk about a little bit later that they did to increase that flow, easy flow into their business. They do work hard. They work hard on fulfillment. They work hard. Yes, Brian, I agree. Work hard and smart. That's the key here. That is the absolute key. Would you like to have the problem of too many clients, too much money, too many houses to list, too many houses to sell? Of course you would. If you said yes to that, then you're at the right place right now, because you're going to learn how to have that problem on this webinar. And who doesn't want more money, more clients? That's good stuff, right? So what we're going to talk about is marketing and messaging and the 3 secrets. And we're going to talk about how you actually can leverage your talent, knowledge, and experience, and how by leveraging your talent, knowledge, and experience, it will improve your client acquisition process. Also, it'll help build relationships with future clients, help solidify client relationships with current clients, and this is the best part, it'll actually re-engage and reestablish past client relationships, all of which is the key to making more money. And again, that's why we got into real estate to begin with, right? I'm also going to talk about why your current marketing messaging efforts are just actually keeping you from earning your full potential. And the thing is, before we get into all those details, if it's okay with you, I'd like to talk a little bit about me, just so you know where my background is. I've been investing in real estate since 1993. I have 35 years in marketing, and I absolutely love to travel the world. That's me in a nutshell. I spent 20 years as a trainer, a mentor, and an educator. I generated over $170 million in revenue for my personal clients, generated billions of dollars in revenue through advertising, marketing, and media. I have a specialty in film, TV, rock videos, print, billboard, direct mail, email, online, offline, and text message marketing. My clients include some of the top agencies in the world. I've also worked directly with Fortune 100, Fortune 500 private companies like Samsung, Toyota, Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, UPS, Microsoft, and many others. But here's what's interesting about that. My favorite clients. My favorite clients are you. People like you. People who actually make a difference in people's lives on a daily basis. So I would like to help you become a top player, just like Gary Keller, Tony Robbins, and Grant Cardone. Top players leverage this one thing to make money. They become content publishers, published authors. Now, Gary Keller, Keller Williams Realty, wrote several books, all on the topic of real estate. His latest book, I'll tell you about in a second, is actually a departure from the real estate, but talking about key elements in business. Now he's a highly paid professional speaker with a net worth of over $200 million, all because he started one thing, becoming a published author. Tony Robbins, 5 books, co-authored the last one with Peter Malek. His net worth today is $500 million, Tony Robbins, a lot of people don't know this, actually started in the real estate game as a trainer for real estate. Grant Cardone, his first book was in 2008, and today he holds over $300 million, mostly in real estate investing. So it's a key element here to become a published author and to create the content that gets into the hands of your clients is one way that you can leverage your knowledge and expertise in an easy and effortless way. These guys publish these books. If you haven't read these 3 books, I highly recommend them all. The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone is an amazing book. I actually was recommended to read it through a friend of mine who we'll talk about a little bit later. And I read the book. Actually, I listened to it, and I've listened to it now 3 times because every time I listen to it, I get a little bit more out of it. Tony Robbins, Money the Master of the Game. That is an incredible book. It's been around for quite a while. I highly recommend it. It is a great way for you to start to think financially. And of course, Gary Keller created The One Thing. Now, The One Thing is a great book on business, and it covers everything, not just real estate. These guys are successful because of their publishing venues. Now, I want to make one thing really clear. These guys are rich, but it's very few people, in fact, get rich from writing and selling a book. The key here is that you can get rich because you wrote the book. And I'm going to actually show you exactly how to do that now. Now is an awesome time to get a pen and paper and start to take some notes. I think you'll enjoy the next pieces of it. Now, I know you're probably thinking to yourself like, oh my gosh, 2 years is going to be crazy. Writing a book is so hard. It's complicated. But the reality of it is no. In fact, it's actually easy to do. It's actually easy, and it doesn't take years of your life. It's fun, and it can be very fast. But you have to know what you're doing, and you have to partner with the right people. Now, let's get into big insider secret number 1 and talk about cold calling. How fun is it to cold calling? Not, right? Nobody enjoys cold calling. We all want to get business, and sometimes business requires cold calls. With a published book, you no longer have to work hard to cold call your clients. We're going to give a couple of examples of that here in a second. Let's talk about networking events and cold calling and how they relate. So I recently went to an event here in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where my home state is, where I'm from. And I really enjoy spending time at networking events. And this networking event is called the Networking Phoenix Signature Event. There was probably about 700 to 1,000 people at this event. And in the short time that I was there, I personally met with 20 realtors. Now, here's what's interesting about this. This scenario I'm about to paint for you all came up when I was at a networking event years ago. See, I had written a book and I was going to be speaking on stage, and this little thing happened. I was talking to one of these potential clients, someone that hadn't heard me speak yet. And when I came in the room, there's that little fishbowl, where you got the card and stuff like that. And I just put my book in the card, and I put my book in the card bowl and kind of forgot about it. So I'm in the back of the room and I'm talking with this person who's asking me questions about what I do and how I do things. And I'm not here to sell you on anything like that. So I'm just talking to him. And while I'm talking to him, the leader of the event goes up on stage with the bowl to give away the prize of the hour or whatever it was. And she calls out my name. She says, Jason Nast. And then she calls the title of the book out. And then she says, did you put this book in the business card book, the business card bowl? And I'm like, yeah. So I turn around. Now I'm at the back of the room. So I get to shout over the entire room like, yeah, I did. And I don't have business cards, so I just put my book in there instead. So, hey, exciting. I just won something, right? And then I quickly countered that. And I said, you know what? Instead of giving me a prize, why don't you do this? Why don't you pull another card and give my book away as a second gift? And the networking leader did that. And what happened at that moment was incredible. First of all, she continued to give away the thing, and she gave away my book. And of course, when she gave away the book, she announced the book again. But in the meantime, the person I was talking to turned to me and said, how much? And I'm like, oh, Oh, hang on. And I turn back to the leader and I go, hey, by the way, if anybody's interested in a copy of the book, I have extras with me. Come on back and see here at the back of the room. I'd be happy to give them a free copy. So I turned back to the guy I was talking to and I said, hey, I'll give you a free copy of the book. No problem. And he said, no. I want to learn what you do to get that kind of thing to happen at the front of the room. And it dawned on me that, wow, this is a powerful tool. Like I had never used that tool before that way. So now I actually incorporate this training into my training, which we're going to talk about training a little bit later on, and we get into the big insider secrets. But this is how you can absolutely control and rule an actual event. You can not only win the business card draw, but you can win on multiple levels. So let's take an example of Sandy Hayakawa. Sandy Hayakawa is the Cave Creek residential real estate expert. Cave Creek is a small city here in Arizona, in the Phoenix metro area, and it's kind of an upper scale area in North Phoenix. It's north of Scottsdale, actually, and it's a great little place. Now, she goes into a room. Now she puts her book in the fishbowl, and she gets called out. And they call out across the room, like, hey, Sandy Hayakawa, Cave Creek residential real estate expert. And she gets to do the same thing that I do because I tell them, I train exactly how to do this. This is what you do. You reply back, hoo-hoo, I won, yay. No. Tell you what, draw to the card, give my book away. They do that. Then they turn around and do it again. They call your name out and they announce your book when they give the card, when they pull the card for the winner. And then you get to go back and say, hey, by the way, if anybody's interested in buying or selling a house, now would be a great time. Come see me here, way in the back of the room, right? Because you want to shout over everybody and give away your books. This is how you win at networking events. And the cool part about it is now you have your potential client right where you want them. So let's recap real quick, just in that quick lesson, the Big Insider Secrets #1. What did you learn? So I know I went really fast over this, but let's count these things. The leader in the room, who already has the respect and credibility of the room, gives you an endorsement from center stage as the residential real estate expert. #2, you get to echo that across the room, and then you get to give your book away. So the leader announces your book again from the front of the room. So you get this 30-second commercial, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And by the way, at the Networking Phoenix event, the other realtors didn't get that opportunity, not at all. And I'm sure that no matter what size event you go to, whether there be 1, 2, 10, 12, or 100 realtors there, they're not getting that opportunity. But you could very easily and quickly get that opportunity. So that's one way that you can leverage the book. And that's just 5 of the 10 things you just learned. We also talk about how you get to say to everybody in the room, hey, if you're interested in buying or selling a house or your service or business or whatever it is, come get a free book. That now draws those people to you. Not cold calling, not shoving your card in somebody's face, but people actually coming to you wanting your content. It gives you instant credibility, instant authority, and instant recognition as the expert in residential real estate in the room. This is also a big time ego stroke. And by the way, I don't know how big your ego is, but no matter how big your ego is, being at a networking event, it's good to feel good. And getting this big time ego stroke is important at events like this. The other thing is that your potential client just took you to bed to read all about your process and why you're awesome and why you're an expert on the first contact. Talk about success. Cold calling success never got easier. So, first success. They're in bed, they're lounging, they're reading your book, they're taking in and consuming your information. Let's talk about Big Insider Secret #2. Free publicity. Boom. Now, I'm going to talk about some things here that are just going to blow your mind away. As a published author, you can actually leverage your book to get free publicity. Now, I'm going to give you a quick example. If you were to because the Super Bowl is coming up, if you were to purchase 30 seconds on the Super Bowl, it would cost you close to $5 million. If you were going to do this on the Oscars coming up, that would be like $250,000. And even if you were going to do it on, let's say, a World Series game or some other big game, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you and I both know that we're not going to be talking about the Super Bowl with our residential real estate expert business. No, we're going to be doing local news, local things. Guess what? According to Ad Weekly, Fox Local News gets $8,300 for 30 seconds of airtime during the local news. $8,300 for 30 seconds. Now, if you go to a producer of the local Fox newscast and you say, hey, I am a realtor and I like to sell houses in the area, here's my card, they're going to go, great, we're going to send you over to the sales department, 30 seconds of airtime, $8,300. However, if you go to the local producer of the local news talk show or radio show or magazines or articles, newspapers, vlogs, whatever you want to do, like anything local, you hand them your book and you say, I am a residential real estate expert. And these are the things that the local people need to know about the real estate market or about the real estate in their area. Boom. They're going to say, when can you be a guest? And I have the tools and the templates to share with you exactly how to get landed on TV time as an expert, radio time as an expert. Again, local magazine articles, writing those as an expert, newspaper articles as the local expert. Again, vlogs, which are video logs, blogs, podcasts. There's so many venues now open to you because you become a published author. These are some of my friends. I mentioned earlier, Brian, he was actually on. He's been commenting along. Thank you so much. Brian Kelly used to run a company called Global Fitness Club, and I helped him get on the local news channel here in Phoenix, Arizona. This is really important because being on the local news channel in Phoenix, Arizona, we are the 15th largest market in the United States. 15th largest market. Brian got over 9 minutes of airtime. That's equivalent to $150,000 in airtime. And he got those 9 minutes for $0. Now, actually, okay, being honest, we did take the producer out for coffee after the show just to kind of get a debrief on the show. And so let's chalk it up. $5 for Starbucks, and he got 9 minutes of airtime. Since then, Brian has gone on to create his own show, his own broadcast, his own interview show called the Mind Body Business Show. And you can check that out if you'd like. Go out to themindbodybusinessshow.com. You'll love it. It's a great experience. Now he broadcasts over 16 different venues, including Roku, Prime. He also is on Apple TV. I think he's coming up on Chromecast now. So he has all of these venues that he gets to broadcast his message and help other people learn, educate, and grow. I truly respect this man. Additionally, if you look at the far right and the lower left, you're going to see Richard Barrier. Richard Barrier created an application a few years ago, and with my assistance, got him on local TV. But not only local TV, we also got him national publication recognition. And he has been featured in magazines, in articles, blogs, vlogs, and also on national TV. Again, have to explain to you, this came at no cost. As a realtor, you pay for your airtime. As a published realtor, you can leverage these things to get this for free. And I know what you're thinking. The little voice is now sounding alarms in your head going, but wait, I can't. And you can just fill in the blank. I can't write. I can't think of what to write about. Whatever your reasoning is, whatever the little voice is telling you, let me explain to you that it is possible to write a book quickly, fast, efficiently, and it's also possible to get a published contract if you know who and how to leverage. We're talking about leveraging your expertise, your knowledge, and your experience. And I'm going to share with you a little later on how you can leverage my expertise, knowledge, and experience to make these things happen for you quickly. So real quick, I want to talk to you about Big Insider Secret number 3 and what it is to you. Now, as you're selling a book, you're not going to get rich. And that's the reality of it. Peddling your book does not make you rich. But as a realtor in the local market, I'm going to teach you how to sell without selling. And this is a simple tactic that we incorporate into all of our strategies. So for example, here in Arizona, as a local residential real estate expert, let's take Sandy Hayakawa, for example. As a local residential real estate expert, you have to talk about scorpions. Yes, we have scorpions here in Arizona. And I'm not talking about the band, which is awesome and cool. I'm talking about the little creepy crawlers. So what does Sandy Hayakawa do? She calls up her local pest control peep. And by the way, every realtor has a local pest control peep. Do we not? I mean, that's what we do. We have contacts in the industry for pest control, air conditioning, heating, all those good things. So Sandy calls up Joe and she says, hey, Joe, I'm writing a book and I'd like to know what's like the one thing that people need to know about scorpions here in Cave Creek. And Joe said, and I'm going to oversimplify this, but Joe's going to say, oh, don't leave your door open. Okay, great. Fine. Again, I'm oversimplifying it but every city in the entire world has their own kind of uniqueness on pests and things like that. So you call the local person, your local pest control, and you ask them about specific issues in your local city. So Joe says, don't leave your door open. And Sandy goes, great, thank you very much. And she quotes Joe in the book. Now, how powerful is that? I want to really break this down for you. I want you to understand how powerful that is. While Joe is being quoted in the book, a real book, by the way, it says so right here on this book that you are the residential real estate expert. So if you're the local residential real estate expert and you quote Joe in your book, Joe gets instant credibility as a result of you. We call that credibility by association. And what happens here is, do you think that credibility by association? So credibility by association is something that we all leverage, okay? Here you can see me with multiple movie stars and kind of rock stars in their industry, if you will. You got Russell Brand at the bottom. He's a comedian, great guy, funny guy. At the bottom, in the middle, you have Glenn Morshower. He's the guy you know, but you don't know. You don't know why you know him. He's been in pretty much every movie ever, I think. Transformers, Moneyball with Brad Pitt. Actually, he was in multiple Transformers. The funny part about Glenn is he was actually killed off in the first Transformers, and they liked him so much they brought him back. Typically plays like a general or something like that, some high military ranking guy. Great guy. And the top in the middle, that is Tom Antion. He is the godfather, literally the godfather of internet marketing. And on the far right in the top, that guy you just don't know you know him. That is Ray Parker Jr. And the quick summary of that is, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. That's right. He wrote the theme song for Ghostbusters back in the day. And by the way, there's a new Ghostbusters movie coming out, and he's got the theme song for that too. So how cool is that? My favorite picture is the bottom right. That is Les Brown, Mama Brown's baby boy. And Les Brown is the most incredible, powerful, motivational speaker and inspirational speaker that I know. And in this particular picture, it's a little blurry, I get it. This particular picture, he actually was asking for my autograph. We had shared a stage together, and I like to think that I impressed him enough and made a difference in his life and his daughter's life, because we were talking about his daughter at this point. And he actually asked for my autograph. I was so proud of that moment, and someone snapped a picture. So that's my proudest moment from the stage. But credibility by association works. And when you quote Joe in your book, Joe gets that instant credibility. Now, if you're not taking pictures with everybody you meet, you should be. And you should be posting that. Sorry about the dog. You should be posting that when and where you can. Because what it does is it helps you gain credibility by just becoming a mover and shaker and hanging out with mover and shakers in the industry. And that's what you do when you take pictures with other people and other players. Even if they're unknown, it doesn't matter. Because as an unknown, these people might become known. Again, nobody really recognizes Glenn Morshower, but they know him for some reason. Oh, also played Agent Pierce in 24, which was one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So let's talk about Joe some more. Joe is proud, right? He's got credibility by association because he's going to actually leverage your book to tell people how you, as the local residential real estate expert, wanted his quote in your book. Because you, as the local residential real estate expert, know exactly who to call for pest control. And when you call him for pest control, you quoted him in the book. Do you think that Joe is going to want to like share this? I have a guy out front right now, and he's the Amazon guy, and the dog does not like the Amazon guy. I apologize. So Joe's going to want to share his quote with his friends and family, wouldn't you think? Do you think Joe might actually want a copy of the book so he can show his friends and family, hey, I've been quoted in this book? Maybe Joe actually wants to share that with potential clients. Hey, by the way, I am a local expert on pest control. It says so right here in this book. And every time he's promoting himself, he's actually leveraging your knowledge and expertise as the local residential real estate expert. So while he's leveraging your knowledge and expertise, he gets credibility by association. Same thing we talked about before. Joe's proud, and he should be. But if you also convince Joe and talk to him about how he can leverage your book to improve his credibility, now Joe might want to buy hundreds of books and actually give them out to his clients and potential clients so that his clients can recognize him as the expert in the industry, in the pest control industry. At the same time, he is branding you as the local residential real estate expert in your area. Again, that little voice is probably popping in your head right now, but wait, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to go about that. I don't know how to write those types of things. I don't know how to ask for quotes. It's okay. Be patient. We have some more information for you. A lot of people think the hard way is the way to do things. Like, why do it the easy way when you can do it the hard way? Well, here at Big Insider Secrets, we've actually partnered with Platinum Expert Publishing and the Residential Real Estate Experts Guides. And what we've done is we've created a complete system for you to do it the easy way. The Platinum Expert Publishing way is simple. If you want to go write a book and you're not a great writer, you would have to hire a ghostwriter. And that means that you're going to be paying somewhere between $22,000 and $80,000 to get a ghostwriter to write your book for you. If no credit is given, that price goes up to $100,000. We don't do that. We make it easy and affordable. If you're looking to do an exclusive area, which you get with the Platinum Experts Publishing way, the lowest expected investment is $22,000 for a Century 21 real estate franchise fee. That's not even guaranteeing a exclusive local area. It's just putting a Century 21 franchise in an area and making sure there's not another Century 21 franchise in your area. But it doesn't necessarily mean that if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, there's not going to be a Century 21 over in Scottsdale or Paradise Valley, and all competing for the same business. As a realtor, you know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of competitors all scrambling for that same client. You've got to learn how to become an expert in the field, stand out head and shoulders above all your competition. And this is one way to do it. Talk about a publishing contract. Most people who decide to write a book don't actually finish it. I'm going to be transparent and honest here. They don't finish it. And even if they do finish it, they don't know what to do next. Like, they don't know about cover design. They don't know about editing. They don't know about formatting. And they don't know about publishing. How do you secure a publishing contract as a brand new author? Well, publishers will be happy to give you a contract if you qualify. And at that point, there is a flat rate one-time fee, and there's an annual book repurchase plan. Here's the thing about publishers' contracts. First of all, they will take your money and they will print your books, but they don't necessarily offer support after the fact. Additionally, you have to have a guarantee buyback program. So this is where it gets fuzzy. You actually purchase the contract, which includes a limited number of books. And if those books don't sell, you have to then buy those books back, in essence, from yourself. It's crazy. They kind of double dip if your book does not sell. That's not the expert publishing way. No, that is the normal way of doing things. We include professional layouts, which could be like $25 or more per hour. It's included in all of our packages. We're also going to help you with the marketing. See, this is where most authors fail. Marketing is absolutely key. But I'm not talking about marketing to sell your book. I'm talking about how to leverage and market your book. We go into deep diving into the training like you're hearing today, only we get much deeper. And we also include so many other marketing topics that will help you leverage your book. Our goal is to get you the biggest bang for your book. We also give you follow-up training after you receive the book to make sure of that. We call this leverage marketing. Additionally, we teach you how to get endorsement training. Now, endorsements are key to actually making a profit on your book before the book is ever published. Not only do we give you the endorsement training, but we also include all the templates that you need to create these endorsements and teach you exactly how to do it. Additionally, my background, as I told you before, was in film and TV and radio. I've specialized in as seen on TV products and getting them on TV, getting people and products on TV. Not only do we give you the as seen on TV training, additionally, we give you the templates as well to help you leverage your book and get as seen on TV. By the way, little note, you can actually leverage your as seen on TV brand and include the logo on your book once you actually featured on TV with your book. We talked about the networking events earlier. A lot of people go to networking events and they just don't know how to handle themselves. Well, technically what happens is you go there and you shove your business card into somebody's hand, then you superficially ask them what they do for a living, you grab their business card, and then you part ways to go give your business card to somebody else. That is not the best way to network. I actually am not an expert in networking. I do know how to, but I'm not an expert in it. I actually hire an expert network training who actually teaches you how to do and leverage your key elements at networking events, teaches you everything to say and gives you template-driven statements so that you get the most bang for your book and your business out of every networking event. That actually is included. We pay for all those trainings for you. Additionally, we give you scripts for everything you need to say about your book, about your business, how you leverage it, and you get to educate people using these scripts. This is a definite way to increase your customer loyalty and to help them promote you as the local residential real estate expert, all included. Additionally, we do advanced marketing training. Earlier, we talked about how to leverage the most bang for your book training before and after your book. But we talk about the advanced marketing things. We go into kind of the insider secrets of marketing, teaching you how to get very, very low cost per action, per clicks, per views on videos, on Facebook, on Instagram, and other marketing opportunities. We go deep diving into the advanced marketing, and this is all part of the package that we're going to be talking about. Additionally, the Big Insider Secrets is branded as an interview show with experts in their industry. Becoming part of the Platinum Experts Publishing Program will also get you an exclusive interview. Now, this is included in the package, and you can then leverage, you get the licensing right to leverage the interview to further brand yourself as a local expert in your area. You get full licensing, repurposing, and rebranding efforts on this. So you can actually take the live broadcast and use it in your news talk, in your news shows, in your articles. You can refer to it. And this is a powerful, powerful tool. And again, in the advanced marketing, we teach you how to leverage each of these tools for your biggest bang for your book. Finally, let's talk about book reorders. Now, in this scenario here, we have 3 levels of packages. I want you to know that this is a very special, we're doing some testing here on Facebook and doing lives on YouTube. And during this very special limited time offer, we are actually compressing all three levels of packages into one low-cost package. So when I talk about professional or expert enterprise or platinum level, don't worry about it. We've got it all covered. You now get a minimum 250 orders annually, and this is a low annual reorder. And you also get discounts on each of these at the highest level. So big discounts for annual reorders, and we teach you how to get these books turning and churning in your industry so that everybody recognizes you as the local residential real estate expert. I know. I'm excited too, right? This is like the coolest thing, but the big question is probably popping in the back of your mind is like, okay, how much is all this stuff? So let's talk about this. Let's break it down. First, we talk about the 250 books. You're going to get 250 books as soon as we finish writing it. You get those in your hands to distribute and to share with people like Joe and your clients and at networking events. That's a value of $1,875. You actually become a published author, a recognized published author, and that is a value of $36,000. You also get the exclusive local market contract. Now, that is a $25,000 value. We talked earlier about the cost of a publishing agreement. As a published author, you can self-publish, but the reality of it is you are not recognized as a published author until you get a publishing agreement. That publishing agreement has a value of $10,000. We also include the writing, editing, formatting. That is all included, a value of $9,500. The leverage marketing to get the biggest bang for your book, $8,797 is what we charge for leverage marketing today. You get the branded cover design. This is branded as the local residential real estate experts cover, and this cover is a $2,600 value. You also get the endorsement training and templates to help you get endorsements in your book. And as I said earlier, this can literally pay for your book and profit from your book before you ever receive your first book. That's $1,800 value. The As Seen on TV training, which is what I provide today, is $1,697. The upsell at that training is $999 for the actual templates. That's all going to be included in the package price. You get the network training, which I personally am going to be paying for that for you so that you get trained by the absolute best in networking and experience training. We talked earlier about the author scripts. That's $499. The advanced marketing training, which I only reserve for rock stars, movie stars, and high value content creators, you're actually going to get that included in the package. And that is $11,977 normally. And that's if you qualify. But our Platinum Experts publishing agreement deal that we have is to include that for all realtors that take action. You're also going to get a personal one-on-one interview with the Big Insider Secrets and includes rights to repurpose the show. That's $15,000 value. And the annual reorder discount of $7.50 per book. All of these things added up together brings an incredible value of $124,668. That's a powerful, big number. I get it, but that's not what you're going to pay. No, in fact, for this package, we've included the absolute best of everything, all rolled into one low price of just $49.97. That's under $5,000 to get you everything here. $124,668 in value you get for $4,997. Now, I have been working here with the chat, and I am seeing chats coming in from YouTube and also from Facebook. I want to say, if you are out there right now and you're interested in this type of program, understand that these are local market only, which means the local market in your particular area may or may not be available. If you're interested in learning more about becoming a local residential real estate expert branded with the Platinum Expert Publishing Group, then I highly recommend you just send a chat with me real quick. Send a message out to me. You can do that in private message or in chat, however it works best for you. And just let me know what the city that you're interested in. And then I can get back to you and let you know if that city is still available. So it's very simple, no cost, no obligation. Just check to see if your city is available. If your city is available, then I will get back with you and then we can take the next steps to see if you qualify to become the local residential real estate expert in your local market. Again, throw a chat out there to me, make a comment, and I think I will be monitoring this over the next couple of days. This offer expires Sunday at midnight. Again, this offer expires Sunday at midnight. Today is Tuesday. So you have Tuesday the 14th. I'm going to do a real quick check because I don't know what Sunday is. I think it's the 19th. Yes. So Sunday is the 19th. So you have from now until Sunday the 19th to just send me a message to see if your local city is available. I recommend even if you're just curious, you go ahead and send that in. I've got someone texting in right now from Lancaster, California, and I will verify that once the webinar is finished and let you know if your area is available. So if you're interested in the local area, please reach out now. We already know that Carefree and Cave Creek is not available. So if you're in that area, you might want to consider an outlying area, perhaps Paradise Valley or Scottsdale. If you are interested in your local area, I highly recommend right now that you go ahead and send that message out to me. Go ahead and comment below and make sure to share this with your realtor friends, because if you don't want to be known as the local residential real estate expert in your area, maybe your friend or competitor might. So it's up to you, but I highly recommend you get involved and you go ahead and send me that message. Just let me know what city it is that you are looking for, and I'll let you know if that city is available. In the meantime, I thank you for your time. I thank you for staying and engaging with me. I appreciate all the comments, and I will look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday. By the way, I mentioned earlier a little bonus. We do have a local meetup here in the Phoenix metro area. If you are interested in that, if you go to meetup.com/PHX investors, you will find, PHX RE investors. I will put that link in the comments. If you're interested in becoming a local real estate investor, or if you're a real estate agent looking to broaden your horizons, you can come to this free meetup group. We're actually meeting this evening, and we'll be meeting again on February 4th. And I will send the links out in the comments so that everybody has access to that as well. Thank you so much for your time. Have a beautiful and blessed day. And I will see you guys next Tuesday on the live right here on The Big Insider Secrets. Thank you again. I really appreciate your time today.